of news for TV, radio, and digital networks worldwide. You can find more of our minute-by-minute updates on Twitter. Follow us there at Feature Story. And we have a wealth of audio and video stories from our global news bureaus on Facebook. You can find us there by following Feature Story News. Stay tuned for further updates right here. But for now, that is the latest Feature Story news. Ollie Barrett reporting.
It's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday. Yeah.
Stop jumping up and down.
Oh, I'm excited. It's Friday. That was my best Patrick impersonation from SpongeBob. It's Friday. Oh. All right, here we go. Shh. Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7. Scott Allen and Brandon Hanson in the studio. Of course, Brandon Hanson, the big shot from the Chihuahua Independent. How you doing, big shot?
Doing great.
All right. Yay.
Excited to be here.
All right. Very good. We're excited to have you, mostly.
Mostly.
No, we're always excited to have Mr. Brandon Hanson in the studio. All right. How's your week going?
It's going good.
All right. You look kind of lost, like you're looking for something. Are you okay?
Oh, well, the screen turned kind of bluish, so I'm just kind of taken aback.
Oh, all right.
Maybe if I hit the computer.
Wiggle the cord on the back, you know, where it hooks up to the... There you go. Hey.
A little doohickey there.
Yeah. Maybe something's getting loose. All right. Here we go. Weather-wise, today, cloudy skies. It is very gray out there this morning if you haven't stuck your head out yet. 69 and 53 for your high and low with a 10% chance of precip. For your Saturday, they've changed that chance of rain down to 20%, or I should say dropped it. Cloudy skies, 68 and 47, and that 20% chance of rain. Afternoon showers for Sunday, 63 and 48. With a 40% chance of rain. Very cool weekend. And cool going into next week, too. Monday, mostly cloudy, 66, 20% chance of rain. So Tuesday, a few showers possible, 59 for a high.
This is kind of nice, right? We didn't hit June and we're up to 90.
Yeah.
This is kind of nice.
So kind of like like it used to be back in the olden days. When spring or summer never started till after July 4th.
That's fine. Let's do it.
You don't like the hot and the sun? Is it that?
I'm a ginger.
I was going to say that light complexion probably bothers you a little bit, huh?
Yeah. So
all right.
I don't do well in the heat. During the summer, I just disappear.
I'm so sorry. All right. Did you have any? I've got one thing I want to do, and then do you have some special news? Any news that you brought in that you wanted to cover?
Do we have news?
Because sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
What don't we have?
All right. First up, if I can find it, looks like I am not going to be able to find it. Thank you very much. I'm just going to be quiet then. Apparently, I closed my email and I wasn't supposed to, but we have a new sponsor coming on to the morning show next week, and I wanted to talk to them. I'll get their information pulled up and talk a little more, but it's always exciting when someone joins us here on the morning show as a new sponsor, and this is a brand new sponsor. Sometimes we call them donors for the radio station too, and that is Hidden Valley Barbecue in Valley.
All
so
right.
They just opened up a new barbecue place right across from Valley Fuel. So really hard to miss them if you're not familiar with Valley, Washington. But a new excuse to go out there. It's authentic Texas-style barbecue. I figured you're going to like that. You love the barbecue, don't you?
Yeah. Does this mean we get free barbecue for the morning show?
It does not, okay? All right. That would actually be like payola and kind of illegal. So don't go out there and try that. Say, hey, I'm Brandon Hanson. Where's my free barbecue?
I already tried it.
You did?
Yeah.
Didn't work out for you?
It didn't go well.
All right. So it's Hidden Valley Barbecue in Valley, Washington. It features authentic Texas barbecue, ribs, and smoked brisket. Now, Thursday and Saturday are rib nights. If you order at least 24 hours in advance, they're ready on those days for pickup between 4 and 6. So you can, pretend you barbecued.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you amaze your friends and family.
Slaved over this.
Hidden Valley Barbecue is open for breakfast, has a full menu, dessert items like peach cobbler and apple crisp, plus catering is available for parties and events of 25 or more. And that's going to be able to happen maybe by the 11th of June when we hit phase 3. All right. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6. Details available by phone, 936-4282. Hidden Valley Barbecue, 3079 Highway 231 in Valley, Washington, just across from Valley Fuel. And we thank them very much for sponsoring your KCHW Morning Show.
Can I just say, I'm glad I'm not a vegan. Just because of restaurants like that, it's so good.
I knew I'd make you hungry this morning.
You did, Scott.
All right.
And I have nowhere to go to get
we got
like
coffee.
We
got coffee, and coffee fills you mostly.
Yes.
Mostly, though.
Mostly.
All right, I believe, let's take a peek. Yes, we are live, it says, on YouTube this morning, although I think your name is Chuck today.
Is it?
Yes, I think I forgot to change the name. You have to change the names every day in the template.
I'm Chuck.
You're Chuck. All right.
I know a lot of movie trivia.
He is good at trivia. I held up with him for the first half yesterday. We went head to head, but they're kind of like the reigning champs at the brewery.
Are
so
they?
At least they've got a couple of them under their hat. They say as long as Barney Brockwell isn't there, they do okay.
Oh, you hear that, Barney?
Uh-huh.
He just spit out
You've
his
been
coffee.
called out. And I know you're listening, too.
What?
All right. Some more thank yous. I'll do these real quick. Of course, we had our spring renewals went out about 3 weeks ago, and we have gotten some of them back. I want to send out a big thank you to Rich Richmond and, of course, Rich Richmond Logging, all right, for supporting the radio station with an annual business donation. We thank them very much. Our friend Gerald Up. I also had some people that didn't want their name said, but I want to let you know that I'm talking to you, and a big thank you, too. And that will be Geraldine and Kathy with no last name.
Well, okay. Yeah,
right.
way to limit it down in a small town.
I know. All right, then John and Sue Lynn mailing in from their new location outside of Spokane, there where they live in 9 Mile Falls. So thank you very much for still supporting community radio in Chewelah. That's very cool. And John was instrumental in helping me get this started.
Right.
Taking me around town, because I was, I grew up here, but nobody knew me anymore.
Right.
And just taking me around town and introducing to me to people that might be able to help. One of those was Tom Walters.
Right.
Because Tom was involved with the first KCHW. So that was very cool. A little history there. Also, Charles Moore, or as we like to call him, Chuck, and that is Ryan Moore's dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Chuck Moore.
Chuck Moore. And they live over in Bellevue, but, since Ryan is involved with the radio and supports it, I think they got to know us and they support it too, so thank you very much. And then I believe your aunt sent in her annual donation, as she has for the past 8 years. Sherry Hansen sending in a donation from Hansen Logging LLC. Thank you guys all very much for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
She just celebrated her birthday, too.
She did. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Sherry.
I mean, it probably was a little while
No,
ago.
look back on the calendar, because I think on the same day we had two Chewelah celebrities having a birthday, maybe earlier at the beginning of this week. I remember seeing her on there, or maybe it was the end of last week.
Oh, this is June.
Well, you could flip.
Oh, yes, June 1st.
June 1st.
Yeah.
All right. And she shared it with somebody else. It was
Becky Washington.
There you go. Two great ladies sharing the same day. I wonder if they got together for coffee or anything.
I don't know. Well, you can't. Well, I guess you can now. I was going to say you can't.
You could.
but-
Hey, we can always have gotten together for coffee. You used to just have to do it 6 feet away.
Oh, okay.
I had several conversations during the lockdown in the parking lot. I even had an air hug with a friend. We air hugged.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Goodness,
Sorry,
God.
am I oversharing?
A little bit.
All right, let's overshare some more. What's your most irrational fear?
Air hugs from you. That's my most irrational fear.
They still feel a little too real for Brandon.
Yeah.
Especially if they come around the backside.
Yes. Stop doing that, Scott.
Air hug, so I say. All right. Really, your most irrational fear. Do you have one, something you're afraid of that you wish you weren't? Something that
Snakes
bothers
aren't fun.
Snakes aren't fun. That's a pretty popular one for everybody. Anything that's irrational, though. I mean, it's smart to be afraid of a snake until you determine what slithering species it is.
Oh, so you mean like something that's just silly?
I
there?
should like me being fear of small places. Me, and I'm a small guy. I should embrace small places.
I don't know. Small places, claustrophobia.
Claustrophobia.
That's kind of tough. Once it gets into a small area, that gets kind of creepy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have an irrational fear of quicksand. Is that?
Since we have none around here, well, maybe an Addy.
Yeah, maybe an Addy.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta watch out.
They have that lava underneath Addy, if you haven't heard. Active volcano.
I have a irrational fear of getting in a car accident around here and people hearing what I was listening to on the radio.
Oh, yeah. He was rocking out to Celine Dion and drove into your back end.
Boy, that's a lot of pink.
All right. So mine definitely a claustrophobia.
Okay. Teeth falling out.
Your teeth falling out. That is a very irrational fear, unless you've had,
haven't you had
several
like
of them drop out of you. No, I
I've had that dream. It's whew.
Wow.
It's not fun.
You're already scared of getting falsies?
Well, I don't know. It's like a dream, and then all my teeth fall out, and it's not fun. That's all I gotta say.
Wow, I'm so sorry. They have crazy glue. I had a story last in Odd News a couple days ago.
Crazy
Lady
glue?
crazy glued her teeth back in. It did rot out her jaw, but don't worry about that.
Okay.
Okay. It's a cure.
That's
all right.
That's a feature, not a bug.
Our more irrational fears that were listed online. Here's one that says, I usually check the back seat of my car before I get in my vehicle. If you live in a big city, that's probably a smart thing to do, especially if you're a woman.
Yeah, that is a very smart thing.
Because how many movies have you seen where somebody just willy-nilly jumps in the front of the car and then they got a gun in their back of the head?
Or Jason's back there.
Or Jason. Or piano wire.
Or Michael.
Or Michael.
So, just saying.
Or Candyman.
Or a dinosaur from Jurassic
my gosh.
Park.
I said it on the radio 3 times. We're all in trouble.
Scott.
I freaked out a bunch of people. All right. So, ceiling fans going too fast, like being on the highest setting.
Yeah, I could see that. Because they're whipping, and...
It's going to fall.
Helicopters freak me out that way, too. Just those blades, It's just like, nope. That wouldn't be fun.
Every time I think ceiling fan, I get this beautiful picture in my mind. A fight broke out in a nightclub I was DJing at. Usually happened when I played music. And somebody wants to see the fight better, right? So they got like the stand-up tables, but it's got this high stool, and he thinks he's going to get up on that high stool and watch the fight. And I'm watching him from the DJ booth, and he pulls himself up on that tall stool, and as he stands up, he goes head first right into the quickly spinning ceiling fan blade, takes him right off the chair.
Yep.
It was just like a highlight for the fight. We had people flying through the air that weren't in the fight.
Right.
All right. Bodies of water that I can either see the bottom of or can't feel the bottom with my feet. Bother this person.
Interesting. Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
I get that when you're swimming and you get like the weed around your foot.
Oh,
and you don't know quite sure it was. Or the time I was swimming and I'm swimming and I'm swimming and just keep swimming, and I look over and there's a snake swimming right beside me.
Are you just like,
keep swimming faster? Yeah. And he wouldn't like leave me. He's like racing me.
Oh,
it's creepy.
Well, that's scary.
That was really scary.
I can get that fear though, especially there's some lakes around here that are super deep, and it's just like you don't know what's at the bottom.
There is no bottom.
Well, there are some lakes in eastern Washington due to the glaciers and all that kind of stuff, and the gigantic flood however many years ago that are like just incredibly deep. And you don't know what's down there. I mean, it's so deep, people probably don't go down there very often.
It's like if you're way up north at Bead Lake and you look in because it's crystal clear. It's just a slab of granite going down into the water as far as you can see.
Yeah, so no.
And it's cold. All right.
No, it's cold.
And it's cold down there. All right, moths. There's an irrational fear. Moths.
No, moths are creepy.
Why?
Have you seen those things?
Yeah.
Some of them are huge.
They're fuzzy. They're
No,
cute.
you can't call them moths. You got to call them like small bats.
Small bats.
Beginner bats or something like that.
All I know is the cat likes them. Thinks they're a tasty snack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Favorite. That's a favorite 2 things my cat to eat: moths and spiders.
Well, I'm just saying you probably deal with little moths in here. I'm saying in the wild.
In the wild, out there, out past those windows in the woods of Stevens County, you mean?
They
those
get
big
rather
ones
big.
that are like 4 inches?
Yeah, they're small birds.
Yeah. I like the cat scratched on the door, and I opened it, and she's got one of the giant ones in her mouth, and its wings are still going.
Oh, goodness.
It's always cute.
Oh, boy.
Balloons. Here's an irrational fear of balloons.
Okay, that's irrational.
Yes, this person says, they make me anxious because I never know when they're going to pop.
That's true.
Yeah, see, it's not that scary. All right. What's the most stupidest question you've been asked, Brandon?
What's your most irrational fear?
Wow, from me is what you're saying. Wow. All right. Is your ice cream served cold?
Oh, well, would they be talking about soft serve or? There's a difference. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay. If your cooler's not working, it's all mushy.
Yeah.
I've never had a runny scoop of ice cream to start off with, though.
Okay.
Do you speak Canadian?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah. I do, though.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Here's the guy who says, I work IT, and I asked a person if her mouse was wired or wireless. She said, how am I supposed to know? That's your job.
Dun, dun, dun. Ba-dum-bum.
And here's a great question. What's the capital of the world?
Oh. Somebody's probably asked that. What is the capital of the world, though?
If I would have to pick someone, I'm sorry to give it to the French, but I would give it to the French just because of the Eiffel Tower, because it looks like something you would stick on a map.
Oui, oui.
Yes.
That's all I got for
All right.
I'm horrible.
Last one. A friend once asked another friend who was a history teacher, what was the president's reaction to JFK's assassination?
Oh, you just got to think before you ask those questions.
Sometimes it helps.
Oh, goodness.
Well, all right.
It's like when people blamed Obama for Hurricane Katrina. It's like, people, come on.
Well, now, Hurricane Scott, that's a different story.
Oh, gee.
All right. I'm going to dig deeper into Brandon's mind. This one's kind of scaring me. I almost hate to ask the question. But it's right in line with what we've been doing. So, what's your strangest fantasy?
What?
Your strangest fantasy.
Oh, that's the stupidest question I've been asked today.
Maybe ever.
Maybe ever.
So like, if you had a fantasy, if you could do or be anything you'd want to be or do, what would it be, Brandon?
I would just like us to get like the Starship Enterprise, like the actual ship, and get the heck out of here.
Dude, that's my same fantasy.
I wish somebody
That's what
just
I was
showed
going to
up.
say.
Somebody just showed up and said, "Yep, we built her."
So I have the exact same fantasy, which is scary that we share
That
the
is
same
kind of
fantasy.
creepy.
Except mine's a little different in mine.
No, Scott.
I'm
No.
I'm the captain.
Of course you are.
Yep, and you're the engineer.
Okay.
All right. All right.
So I have to get you out of all your messes, huh?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. How long till the engines are running again, Brandon? See, exactly. Yeah, we were never able to launch off the top of Quartzsite. I've seen a UFO up there, by the way, so just shh.
Well,
shush.
yeah, apparently some people saw a UFO last week sometime.
Over Quartzsite?
Somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, there was UFOs over Pocatello, Idaho. Some people saw them around here. So I don't know what's going on. I would just assume that it's 2020 and it's business as usual.
Mm-hmm. 2020, a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah. 2020, what next?
Yeah. 2020, wasn't that supposed to be lucky?
Yeah, remember New Year's? Remember New Year's Day? This is going to be a great year.
Yeah. Yeah. I had an astrological reading like the previous year in like October, and 2020 was supposed to be big for me.
Right. I even wrote a column.
It's been emotional.
Has it?
Yeah.
Good.
Getting in touch with my emotions more.
Yeah, I wrote a column at the beginning of the year saying, "Hey, here's here's what happened in 1 month," and I listed off things that actually happened, not just somebody said something, and it was like 2 or 3 things, right? And I was like, "See, news doesn't happen like every day. That's crazy and earth-shattering." I must have been making somebody angry because boy,
you poked the universe.
yeah, I poked the universe with that thing.
Look what we got because of it, Brandon. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I know,
Quit
right?
poking things. Wow. All right. So you got these reports of UFOs at the newspaper?
Yeah, people send them to me.
Nice.
I'm looking for no photos.
All
though.
within the same time frame.
Yeah.
Well, what we saw was so fast, and the problem with what we saw, nobody's going to believe it because the 2 people that saw it are both crazy.
Well, there you go.
So there you go. That's the hard part. But what do they call the giant thing from Shield that Shield uses in the TV
don't
show?
know,
the
man.
hovercraft thing.
The hovercraft thing.
Yeah, the giant hover. It's like an aircraft carrier, but it floats in the air.
Right.
That's what it was, but like for tourists. There was like windows and lights, and it was as big as the top of Quartzsite. Swear.
Maybe it's like an Alaskan cruise for like aliens.
something.
Yeah, here's the Earthlings.
I said it before on the radio, but it was like somebody leaned on the cloaking device button and turned it off and went, "Oh no!" and put it back on. It was just there for a second and then gone. So, and I thought I was hallucinating, but I looked at the person next to me and their mouth was wide open too.
So it popped up and then didn't?
It appeared and disappeared within a flash of a second.
Was it a big light? Or a big ship?
You know what? It was as big as the top of the hill, but all I could really make out that quick was like it almost looked like windows, like an airliner with lights in them. But like people were watching, like it was a cruise ship or something. So maybe it's like time travelers coming back. But why are they watching Chihuahua?
And something interesting's about to happen.
But nothing did.
No, I don't know.
At least that I know of.
I don't know. Maybe they're watching you, Scott.
All right, so there, we started off our strange fantasy with aliens. There we go.
Next on Coast to Coast on KCHW,
all right,
is Bigfoot working for the FBI?
Yes.
I love that show, by the way.
All right. 5 years ago in June 2015, a suburban Chicago man who said he always wanted to know what it was like to smash through a garage door got his wish. The then 91-year-old Walter Thomas was able to slam an SUV through a garage door with his family's help.
Why?
Making his dreams come true. He's 91. He's wanted to crash a car through a garage like he's, I don't know, Bruce Willis in his,
Actually, have you ever, when you like go close to like the edge of a cliff or a height and it feels like it's pulling you down?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know, but it is something like that is actually a thing. A lot of people feel that. I get that same feeling with a garage door. Like I park in front of it and it's like, I kind of want to ram into this thing.
Oh, so you feel this.
It's like a pull. It's just like, yeah, I could just hit the gas and
wow.
But I don't because, that would be bad.
What I found in my youth, I have the same thing. I don't necessarily have a fear of heights, but a fear of edges.
Yeah.
Because I get that really strong ache in the knees kind of thing and that urge like to pull you over. What I found, though, is after several cocktails, that goes away.
Oh, good. It just disappears.
It just disappears. As many of your inhibitions do.
Yeah. Probably a bad thing.
I'm just saying, but probably more likely to fall. All right, this 91-year-old gentleman, Thomas, described what he did this way. He said, I hit the gas, squealed the tires, and bang, right through the door.
Is that dangerous at all?
Probably.
Like, could it come down and smash his window or something like that?
I think at 91, if it's something you always wanted to do, you're not going to care.
Yeah, that's true. Right. It'd just be an awkward emergency room visit.
That's right. So you just got married, right?
Yes.
So I am going to make sure you can avoid the pitfalls of marriage by sharing these weird causes of divorce.
Okay, let's roll
Make
through
sure
them.
You don't head this way at any part. Most common cause of divorce for most of us are infidelity, growing apart, financial stress. Sometimes issues are stranger, though, like these. Your commute is too long. When your commute to work is 45 minutes or more each way, you're more likely to divorce.
Yeah, well, it certainly puts stress on the person making that commute, I would say. And also you have to consider how much more time that is that they're not home.
Exactly.
As they're driving.
So they don't get to do as many duties at home, maybe.
Right. And then try planning around that, too. If you're planning a dinner or something like that, that long commute is an issue.
But, that's kind of typical for people that live in the big cities. And let's say you work 15 miles from where your house is. You've got a 45-hour commute every day.
Oh, yeah.
Because of traffic.
Yep.
And if there's a wreck, it's an hour-and-a-half commute. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Other reasons for divorce, all your friends are doing it. One study found that people were 75% more likely to divorce if a close friend or family member divorced. 33% more likely to divorce if a friend divorced. But the power of influence can be positive, too. Study also suggests that helping a friend improve a rocky marriage may actually improve your own.
Do you think that's something correlation, not causation? Because, if somebody's going through a divorce, maybe they won't help you kind of stick with that marriage there.
Yeah, because they're going to be negative about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Your first child is a girl. According to 60 years of U.S. Census data, having a firstborn daughter leads to divorce more often than having a firstborn son. That's
Why?
weird and creepy.
Is everybody looking for an heir or something like that?
I guess.
I need the new king.
I never cared. You know, it would have been nice because I am one of the last Schlafman men. It's a kind of a rare name. There's not too many of us left, you know, to carry on the family line. And I ended up with 2 girls, but that's okay. I just told them they can't change their names when they get married.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hyphenate it.
Yeah. All right. You got seriously ill. Study that looked at almost 3,000 marriages of people over 50 found that when a woman got seriously ill from cancer, heart, or lung disease, or a stroke, marriage was 6% more likely to dissolve than if the man got sick or if both partners were healthy.
Yeah, I have heard that long-term illness can be a hard thing on a relationship.
And I had heard that too. And they say, the stats for it are, and I'll believe it because I've kind of experienced it, when one partner has a major health problem, empathy only lasts 3 to 6 months. So when you're in that relationship, and let's say you come down with something that's, you maybe Crohn's disease, something that's going to be really hard on you and change your lifestyle, that other person is going to feel horribly sorry for you and baby you for about 3 to 6 months, and then you're just going to become annoying and they're going to leave. That's the way it works. Just saying.
Just 6 months. It's
3 to 6
over.
months. Yeah, that's as long as empathy is not permanent.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. All right, so you're a busy doctor. A new analysis of census data found that physicians had a lower rate of divorce than dentists, healthcare executives, nurses, and lawyers. But there's a caveat. Female physicians who worked more than 40 hours per week actually had a higher rate of divorce.
Yeah, it's that.
Your wife's never home?
Yeah, never home. It's a tough deal there for couples.
All right. However, the opposite was true for men. When a male doctor worked more than 40 hours per week, his divorce rate dropped. And this is why, because the women like the money and spend it, and hey, he's not around.
It's not that, Scott.
It's not that? Okay.
But it's, I figured this out. This is why every old guy in Chula has a garage they go out to.
Oh.
It's, if the situation is tense, go to the garage. I've noticed that. Anytime there's an argument afoot,
go to the garage.
Go to the garage. They disappear. They're kind of like Batman. I think I saw one actually throw a smoke capsule and disappear.
Poof. Where'd he go? Why, he's probably in the garage.
He's got a bad hip, but boy, can he run when he needs to be in the garage.
Yeah, when us guys are in trouble, we can skedaddle. Yeah. All right. You share the housework equally, according to a Norwegian study. Of course, don't trust that. Couples who share house...
Don't touch... Don't trust the Norwegians?
Well, okay, so for Germans, Norwegians are kind of like the Polish. Just saying. All right. It's like the
Send your complaints to Scott Schlafman.
This is the long-standing joke, thing like Polish jokes, but in Germany, it's Norwegian jokes.
Okay.
Just saying. So that's where that comes from. All right. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's the way I was raised.
Again, all right. Complaints
send to Scott. Sent. According to a Norwegian study, they study just like anybody else, couples who shared housework 50-50 actually had a higher rate of divorce. The study authors suggest that these couples have created a business-like partnership that leads to unhappiness rather than a relationship filled with generosity, intimacy, and spontaneity.
Okay.
It kind of makes sense, maybe. She drinks more than he does. Well, heavy drinking and addiction is associated with higher rates of divorce in general. The numbers spike if the female drinks significantly more than the male.
Well, it's not fun to take care of somebody that's always drunk. To be perfectly honest with you, it gets old real quick.
Well, my problem is I hate to be overdone. Or outdone.
Outdone.
Yeah, it's competition, and I always lose. No. All right. You're at a healthy weight. If your weight is under control, you're far more likely for divorce. It's because you're hot or something, I guess. I don't know.
Is that true?
It says researchers analyzed more than 2,700 divorce filings and found that 76% of them occurred when both husband and wife each weighed less than 200 pounds. The group with the lowest divorce rate weighed in at over 250 pounds. So the bigger you are, the less likely you are to get divorced. Well, you're tired, and that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that is a lot of work.
What is fat, married, and happy?
Yeah, exactly.
Safe curse words for to use around your kids.
Oh, let's look at these.
Over on NickelodeonParents.com, some moms said they use Crumbbuster.
Crumbbuster?
Yeah. What the helmet? There's some I don't want to say just because of what they could sound like.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is bad. This is a dangerous one for radio. Wow, I'm not going to say that one. I'm not going to say. Wow.
Boy, these are all awful.
They are awful, and I'm afraid to say them because they sound. I don't get that one either. I'm afraid I'm going to say one that sounds. Hey, sweet Chattanooga.
There you go. There you go.
Calm your tickles.
So you read 2 out of 20 because
Yes.
they're like all kind of on the edge.
Apple tartlet. All right. That's enough of that. Fun and games. You want to deliver or receive, Mr. Brandon Hanson?
I'm going to deliver.
You're going to deliver? All right, here we go. I'm going to look away then.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
And today it's the biggest idiot in Chihuahua, Scott.
I want to ask you a bunch of
You're
questions.
looking around.
I want to have them
Right here.
answered immediately.
All right, I guess I'm as ready as I will ever be. I failed miserably. Chuck Ritchie kicked my butt yesterday.
Good job, Chuck.
All right.
All right. Are you ready for this?
No, but go ahead.
Okay. The average person keeps one of these for 7 years. And it's, how do I say it? Something you use at night.
It's my pillow.
No.
7 years. The blanket?
No.
They're jammies?
No.
It's something in the bedroom. I'm going to keep it for 7 years. The bed.
Close
The mattress.
enough. Mattress. There you go.
Wow, there's a lot of guesses there. I didn't get that one.
By the way, I find mattresses funny because as a kid, you don't, and even as a young person, you don't really care about your mattress. The older I get, the
more you care about the
Oh,
mattress.
man, I'm like, well, I keep telling Morgan, one day we will improve to a king mattress.
Yes.
Just, that's the Cadillac of beds.
Of mattresses.
There. Yes.
Do you have one of the new foam ones?
No, Scott, we're not rich.
Oh, they're not expensive anymore.
No, we're still not rich.
I mean, I invested and this was maybe about 5 years ago. I invested in like one of the newfangled foam mattresses and a metal frame that was supposed to it said squeakless, and it actually is. And then it's like a platform bed, so it's raised so you can put stuff if you're short on storage, which I am. You can put stuff under the bed. But I think that whole thing for this, and the mattress is like sleeping on a cloud. It's beautiful. I think the whole investment cost me like $325
Right.
for the frame and the mattress. And best thing I've ever done for myself, I think, and I've done it a couple times, is buying a really nice bed, especially if you have aches and pains. Doing some research. A great place to do research, even if you're not going to buy it, there's Amazon, because you can see the brands and what people say about them and stuff. And I picked out the one with the highest amount of stars and the best comments for the money I could afford. And I mean, usually a really nice bed costs you about $1,000. So sneaking out with $325, I was pretty happy, and it's queen sized, and it's nice, and it makes a difference in your entire day. That's one thing I will say when you have a good bed.
Welcome to Mattress Reviews
Yes.
on KCHW.
I did, in my lifetime, especially when I worked in Spokane radio, let's see, I think I've probably done over 150 live broadcasts for the mattress outlets. Don't make fun of me.
So you know
I
mattresses.
was the go-to mattress guy. I was, man. I was always at the mattress outlet when I worked at KXOY.
Mattress store. Send Scott.
There, and the other one is at Wendell Ford, and they started to really like me because I think over the 8 years I spent at KXOY, I bought 2 new cars on the air. So they really thought that was cool.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang it, Scott.
Well, it's a way to ask them to come be their DJ for the live event.
Right,
Because you
right.
bought a car. So.
Goodness.
All right. Fun and game me some more.
The average one of these lasts 22.3 hours.
22.3 hours. The average one of these, 22.3 hours. Huh. Do I get a hint?
You put them in flashlights.
So that would be a battery left on the entire time?
Yeah.
Yeah. 22.3
Consumer grade batteries, 22.3 hours.
Wow.
Is how long they last.
You gave that one away for me because how many things go in flashlights?
I don't know,
Bulbs
light
or
bulb?
batteries? I had two
Maybe.
choices. I should have said light bulb and got it wrong.
It's true. Although, if you're looking at my TV remote, it lasts 1 hour.
Really?
No, I don't. I'm just TV remotes annoy
Seems
me.
to eat batteries.
Well, it just seems like TV remotes are always going out. So
See, I think I've replaced mine, and my TV's probably 8 years old, maybe getting close to a decade. I've replaced the batteries in the remote once.
once,
Once.
do you not change the channel, Scott?
All the time.
Okay.
Maybe you
Nice.
should stop buying, the dollar store batteries.
Yeah, that might be it too. So,
All right.
women buy just 25% of these after trying them on.
Bras.
No,
I was just thinking that'd be gross.
yeah,
It's not underwear.
not underwear. No.
So women try after 25%. Bikinis.
No.
Bathing suits doesn't count. Same thing.
No, Scott.
And they
Get out of the gutter.
well, I'm just saying they might. They try it on. This doesn't look good on me. That'd be a very. I could see women really struggling with the perfect bathing suit.
I tried on these.
You try on these.
Yeah.
Shoes.
No. What do I usually wear for pants? Do you not notice, Scott?
I do not notice what you wear. I don't even know what you have on right now. You could have on nothing, Brandon. So jeans.
Yay, there you go.
That one I'm not. I haven't won one yet.
Scott, how many days have I come in here and done a show and you don't know what I
I
wear?
don't know.
I'm
Do you ever wear
insulted.
khakis?
I do have a pair of khaki pants. I wear
'Cause I was gonna
occasionally,
say khakis. So.
but usually blue jeans.
And now,
So,
and now you can feel better and know that as you come and go from the KCHW studios, I am not checking out your butt.
no, okay, good to know.
Thanks.
So, what? Let's move on from this because I'm getting uncomfortable.
I made him blush. Let me zoom in on the webcam just so everybody can see you blushing. Okay, sorry. Keep
Okay.
going. All right.
What state's motto is "If you see a pleasant peninsula, look about you"? What state is a peninsula?
Rhode Island?
Oh my goodness, peninsula.
What state is a peninsula? Florida? Peninsula has water on three sides, right?
Yes.
Well, we've got a few of them.
What
Don't we?
state is basically two peninsulas separated by water?
Were you up there by the Great Lakes?
Yes.
Is it Wisconsin? No, it's the one with the M.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah, there you go.
Michigan.
The one with the M.
Michigan, because they have the Upper Peninsula.
Yes.
Have you ever
Correct.
been up there?
No, I've never been there.
Man, it's fabulous.
Is it?
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's funny is the population density when you cross up to the top third of the state just like totally goes away. All of a sudden it's rural America. In fact, they have two different sets of gun laws in Michigan for Lower Michigan and Upper Michigan.
Really?
Yeah, the gun laws change.
Interesting.
'Cause of
So how
population.
do you get from Lower Michigan to Upper Michigan? Do you
Well-
take a ferry?
No, you can just drive up there.
Oh, so they are connected via highway
Yes,
somehow?
yes.
Is the gap not very big?
It's hard to say when you're up there goofing around.
Right.
But on the map, no, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta look at this.
All right.
I didn't
So-
know there was like a highway connecting the two. I thought you had to take a boat or drive around, which would be terrible.
They have things that are like bridges and stuff to help you get over water.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks.
I did zoom in on you in case I embarrassed you again.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
Why? No.
Just because it's just I like your giant
If you're
head on the
watching on
webcam.
YouTube, he really zoomed. No, stop. Okay.
All right, sorry about that. All right.
No.
All right. I have some new graphics I could throw over your head.
Yeah, please.
All right. All right, you're small
That's it.
again. You're
That's
small
it.
again. All right. All right. Do you have anything else? Wasn't there something else like a hole in the headline or an answer wrong in
oh,
a
you
win
wanna
or something?
play this.
I
Okay.
do. I will take it all the way.
Breakfast bingo.
Breakfast
Okay.
bingo.
Okay. So you know how this goes, right?
Yeah, I have to try and spell bingo.
Yes.
Everybody else can do this. I don't think I ever have tried.
So I'll ask a question, and you want to spell bingo, basically.
okay.
So the first question, the answer will start with B, second I. I just want to explain the rules so people know.
NG, and then the last letter is what?
Oh,
Oh,
okay. All right. Let's start off here. Before cell phones, many people carried around pagers, which were also called what?
beepers.
Yay. When a test doesn't reveal an answer, it's said to be what?
Inconclusive.
A Japanese car company.
Ah.
Starts with An N.
Nissan.
There you go. Where you buy bread, milk, meat, and other foods.
The grocery store.
And when something has no smell.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. There you go.
Odorless.
Yay. Scott is kind of 5 for 5.
All right.
I had to help you with Nissan.
Oh, yeah, you did. But I would have got it.
Oh, sure.
I would
Okay.
have. All right. I just forgot how to spell bingo momentarily, so I was like, what letter am I looking for? Oh, yeah, N. And then you said Japanese car company and it saved me. So.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm blushing. All right. We come back today. Did we have some headlines we're going to cover from Chuila?
We can, yeah.
All right. Well, we don't have to. I just want to know if you had some news you want to share from the Independent.
We do have news because it happens every day now. So.
All right. Wow, it does, doesn't it? And then we have odd news in the next segment as well. There was something else I wanted to talk about, and it's slipping my mind, but it had something to do with you, Brandon.
Oh, great.
All right. But we'll have news headlines. Oh, I wanted to tease your show, Sports Grump.
Yes, Sports Grump.
We got another episode of Sports Grump for 5 o'clock tonight.
Yes, we are talking with Aaron Van Tile, formerly of the Centralia Chronicle. He works on the WIAA seeding committee, which, decides like how high school teams are seeded in the tournament. We have a full slate of topics, so I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize in advance. We talked quite a bit. We talked about the NBA restarting. They're going to have a new schedule. They're going to play all their... They're
in
gonna
the summer.
Yeah, they're going to play all their games at Walt Disney.
Walt Disney World.
Yeah, Walt Disney World. So there we go. Maybe the mouse will be in the background or something.
I wonder how they swung that deal, or what the...
I don't know either, so you tell me. And we also talk about major or minor league baseball. They're gonna completely change the system. They're gonna cut it down. A lot of minor league baseball players are gonna lose their jobs. We also talk about the high school seeding. There's a lot of changes. This postseason coming up next year is going to look completely different. So just be prepared for that. And then we finish off talking about the documentary The Last Dance, which if you're a sports person, it was being broadcast over ESPN just as soon as the pandemic hit. So everybody's stuck at home watching, Michael Jordan highlights and stuff. So we kind of talk about that because that documentary was wild, to say the least. And I never knew Michael Jordan smoked so many cigars. The man is like a chronic
Constantly,
smoker.
Huh? All right. We'll be looking forward to that, and that'll be at 5 o'clock tonight. An extra long episode tonight. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Like a whole hour?
Yes, actually.
All right. So I'm not going to have any evening news tonight.
Can you just speed it up? Can we talk like
Yeah, I could.
chipmunks?
I could ramp it up. Yeah. Do 1.5 times speed or something. So it's really fast.
Yeah.
No, we
do
won't
the
do that to
doesn't like TBS and TNT like play the movies like at 0.12 speed or something like Seinfeld episodes?
At least when it gets to the credits, they speed them up.
Oh boy, do they speed them up! It's like, by the way, people worked on this movie.
Zip. We don't care. All right. So the other thing I want to tease is our podcast studio. Do you think you'll be utilizing that for maybe some of your shows?
Yes,
All right.
I definitely think so.
All right. So we have a new podcasting studio you can rent at KCHW. I got the idea from Staples. They're putting them in their stores in the bigger cities. So why did we need one in Chuila? Well, somebody donated a booth, and I didn't know what to do with it. But I had enough gear sitting around, so an extra webcam and all that. So over this pandemic, we put the booth together, and now it's all wired and ready to go. And it comes complete with a video switcher, Manycam. If anybody's knows about podcasting stuff, it's a very popular software. It's what we use here in the studio to switch back and forth when we have guests and to put our logo up and stuff. So you can actually come in with multimedia. Whether it is, let's say, a slideshow or another video presentation, your logos and that type of stuff, stick them into a flash drive dock and load that kind of stuff up in Manycam so your production you can use this switcher and have it look really slick. We also, if you're going to produce something for upload later, we have video editing software in there. We have audio editing software in there, and this is a complete with effects, so you can post-produce your audio, make it sound maybe a little more crisper, HD, edit out any fluffs. And then if you're adept at what you're doing and you like to just go straight live on YouTube or let's say you have a Zoom meeting and you need somewhere quiet where there aren't kids and dogs barking, stuff like that, you can rent our little studio and do all that kind of stuff in there. So.
Ooh.
All right, and
Fancy.
we settled on $25 an hour. It's $60 in the city, so we thought that was probably fair.
Right.
And you can get a training lesson, too, for the same price.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool.
All right. I'm going to charge you double, though.
I would.
I know. All right, and other than that, I think we're good to go to break.
Let's go to break.
We'll go to break. We're going to take one. We're going to warm up our coffee, and we're going to come back with news headlines from the Chihuahua Independent and Brandon Hanson. Stay right here. It is the big KCHW 102.7.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chihuahua Valley, Deer Park.